Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. My dear students, I hope you are well by the grace of the Almighty Allah. I am also fine by the grace of the Almighty Allah. During this pandemic, it is our only duty to make a dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Now only Allah can help us. Only dua can save us from this terrible situation. Therefore, we have to stay at home. We have to maintain the rules prescribed by the health ministry and directives we have to follow and stay at home. Okay, let's go to our topic. I told you in our last class that today we would like to introduce a new topic, new item, and this item totally new in your SSC level. You haven't met this item, and in this class it is totally a new item. Therefore, you will be, I request you to be very sincere, very attentive, and if you face any difficulties, please write to me. Just I will make it clear to you. Okay, let's go to the syllabus. Look at the syllabus. We have already completed articles, narration or speech, use of pronouns, completing sentences, right form of verbs. And today's topic is use of modifiers. Use of modifiers. And let's go use of modifiers. And firstly, for understanding this topic, modifiers means the word that modifies another word. A word that modifies another word, it is called modifiers. Modifiers can be two kinds: pre-modifier, post-modifier. Pre-modifier, pre means before. It's it sits the word before the word and modifies the word. And post-modifier means after. Post means after. Therefore, two kinds of modifier you will face in the examination, but therefore modifying the word we have to use several items. Now look at the items. What are the things we have to consider just to modify? Firstly, use of adjective. You have perceived speech in your previous classes. Just in class 6, 7 or 8, you have already come across perceived speech, and I think adjective is most common, very common word. And perceived speech, noun, pronoun, adjective. Use of adjective. Now you have to look into the matter. Look at this. First question: what is an adjective? What is an adjective? I think you can answer the question very easily. Adjective is a word that can modify noun or pronoun. In Bangla, if you could remember, the word noun or pronoun ke modify kore take adjective bole. And it is very simple definition. Now, an adjective modifies noun or pronoun. And we'd like to see it in sentences. Look at this sentence. Man is a rational animal. This is a sentence. The word rational is an adjective, and the word rational modifies the word animal. Therefore, according to the definition, the word which modifies noun or pronoun is adjective. Here the word rational modifies the word animal. Next, another example, very simple, don't worry, very simple matter. Next, another example, a bad man is like a wild animal. A mad man is like a wild animal. Here the word mad is an adjective, modifies the word man, and wild is an adjective, modifies the word animal. Man is a noun, animal is a noun. Therefore, what is said that adjective can modify noun or pronoun. Next, another example. He is wise, but his son is fool. He is wise, but his son is fool. He is wise. The word wise modifies the pronoun he. He is wise. Who is wise? He is wise. Therefore, wise, the word wise is an adjective and it modifies a pronoun. Now look at this. Position of adjectives. In a sentence, what is the position of adjective in a sentence? একটি সেন্টেন্সে অ্যাডজেক্টিভ কোথায় বসে, কোথায় বসবে? This is another important factor you have to consider. Just use of modifiers. Firstly, look at this. Adjectives are usually used before the word it describes or modifies. যে ওয়ার্ডটাকে, যে নাউনটাকে বা প্রোনাউনটাকে সাধারণত সে মডিফাই করে, সেই নাউন বা প্রোনাউনটার পূর্বেই বসে। এটাই হচ্ছে অ্যাডজেক্টিভের একটা ক্যারেক্টারিস্টিক। Adjectives are used before the word it describes or modifies. Look at the example. A madman is like a wild animal. The example we have, just a madman. Man modifies the word man. Adjectives are used before the word it describes or modifies. Therefore, mad is an adjective, it modifies the man, and it is used before the word it describes or modifies. Just like this wild, and is wild, it is used, modifies the word animal and is used before the word animal. Gulliver's Travels is an interesting book. The word interesting is an adjective, it modifies the word book. Therefore, the word it modifies, it sits before the word. She always drives a blue car. Blue car, the car, blue is adjective and modifies the noun car. Now, therefore, we can say the position of adjective, according to general sense, adjectives are used before the word it describes or it modifies. It is clear, I think. Now, adjectives of quality are used after the verbs be, seem, appear, look. Sometimes adjective, we can use adjective after the verb. After the verb, it modifies the noun or the pronoun, that means the subject or the object, but it is used after the noun. And in previous section we see it is used before the noun it describes. Now it is used before, after the verb. The verbs are fixed and the adjectives are fixed. Adjectives of quality and the verbs are be, seem, appear, look. Be, seem, appear, look. You have to remember or recollect the word clearly. The house looked large and spacious. Looked, after the verb looked, large and spacious, both the words are adjectives. But large and spacious, both the words modify the word house. Look at this, this is interesting. The weather was cold, wet and windy. Cold, wet and windy, three are adjectives and the verb was means be. but the three adjectives modify the word the weather. It seemed dark and gloomy. Dark and gloomy both are adjectives, but the adjectives modify it. We see the verb look, we see the verb was and seemed, and another verb appear. After these four verbs, adjectives can be used. This is another important factor you have to remember. Now, possessive adjectives. This is another important thing, and if you could remember in our use of pronouns, we talked about possessive adjectives. What are the possessive adjectives? If you could remember, look at these. First person my, our, possessive adjectives. Second person your. Third person his, her, its, their. Once and Rafiq's. This is another possessive adjectives we use. These are the possessive adjectives are used in grammar. Now, look at the example. Salam is in class 5, whereas his sister Salma reads in class 3. Now, they are adjectives. You have to remember they are the adjectives. The word sister, his is used before the word sister, and the word sister, his modifies the word sister. It is not a pronoun. Pronoun can be used as subject or object of a sentence, but it is adjective. Therefore, these adjectives are very useful in pronoun as well as in modifiers. If you are asked to use possessive adjectives, then you have to use these are the possessive adjectives, and there are some important notes you have to be very careful where we use my, our, your, his, her, is, their, once, Rafiq, etc. These notes are very important. Note everything that a man or a boy possesses. We can use the adjective his. Man or boy possesses. That means male. Regarding male person, regarding male, we have to use the possessive his. Look at the example. Salam is in class 5, whereas his sister Salma reads in class 3. Salam, it's a boy, it's a male, therefore the adjective his sister, not her sister. It is his sister because Salam is a male person, and for male we have to use the possessive his. Now, B. Everything that a woman or a girl possesses is her. That means regarding female, you have to use her. Regarding female, look at the example. Today, Salma is going to school with her father because her brother Salam is sick. Look at this, Salma is female, and the possessive adjective her father, her. This is female. Her brother, this is female. Therefore, regarding male, we have to use his, and regarding female, we have to use her. Now, Next one, everything that an animal or thing possesses is its. Look at this, things or animal, not male, not female. If you do not understand whether it is male or it is female, and it may be animal or may be thing, then we can use its. But in this case, if the sex of the animal is known, if we know the male or female of animal or the thing, then we can use his or her. Look at the example, then you will be clear. If you pull its tail, the cat will scratch you. Look at the adjective is used here, its tail, it, and it is thing or animal. Whether it is male or female, it not determined. But in the second example, if you pull her tail, the cat will scratch you. Then you will see the cat is a female, not a male, her tail. Therefore, if you can determine the sex of any animal, or male or female, then his or her must be used. But if it is not possible, then we can use its. Next, if there is more than one possessor, human or otherwise, that means human or animals or things, there is used in plural. In plural, maybe human, maybe any person, maybe animal, maybe thing, no matter, but the only one adjective, it is there. Look at the example then. Sometimes Salam and Salma take rickshaw because the school is 5 kilometers away from their home. Look at this. The adjective there, Salam among Salma. Salam male, Salma female, but they are plural. Therefore, in plural case, you have to use the possessor there. Next, another important thing, word ending with s, the apostrophe must come after s and no further s. Just go to the example, then you will be clear. This is Keats's poem. Look at this. Keats, name of a poet, and we have a poem in our first year syllabus. If you could remember, this is Keats' poem, Grecian Urn. If you could remember the reference of Grecian Urn. This is Keats' poem. The word Keats, the word ends with the letter S, and for making it possessor, you have to use only apostrophe, but after apostrophe no S. Just like this, she reads in Eden Girls College. Look at this word girls. Girls, this is plural word, but the word ends with S. Therefore, Eden Girls College, এটা কি কিন্তু লেখা যায় ইডেন গার্লসেস কলেজ হয়ে যেত গার্লসেস কলেজ, কিন্তু as the word ends with s, therefore we have to use only apostrophe and no s, and the pronoun is girls, not girlses college. She reads in Eden Girls College. These are important to note down. Just look at this. Next, use of adverb, another important part of speech and very sensitive thing. Just adverbs. What is an adverb? You know it very well. This is very simple. What is an adjective? The word that modifies noun and pronoun. What is an adverb? The word that modifies verb, adjective, or adverb. That means adverb modifies the word verb, modifies adjective, modifies adverb. Adverb can modify adverb. Look at the example to make it clear. He runs fast. Look at this. He runs fast. Modifies the word runs. He runs fast. Fast. The word fast is an adverb, and the first modifies the word runs. Runs is the verb of the sentence. Therefore, adverb modifies the verb. In this sentence, the first adverb modifies verb. Next, second example. Man should treat the animals very friendly. Look at this. Very is an adverb, and very modifies the word friendly. Friendly is an adjective. Friendly modifies the word animals. Therefore, friendly is an adjective, and very modifies the word friendly. How much friendly? Very friendly. Therefore, adverb modifies adjective. Next, he runs very fast. Look at this. He runs fast. The first is an adverb, modifies the word runs, verb. He runs very fast. Here the word very is an adjective. Very is an adverb, and it modifies the word fast. Fast is an adverb. If you could remember the first sentence, fast is an adverb. Here the very modifies the word fast. How fast? Very fast. Therefore, the word very modifies adverb. In first sentence, the word fast modifies the verb. In second sentence, the word very modifies the adjective. In third sentence, the word very modifies the adverb. Therefore, it is clear adverb modifies verb, adjective, or adverb. Use of participle and participle phrase. Look at this. Use of participle and participle phrase. We are already introduced participle. Participle means verb plus ing, if you could remember, in our right form of verbs, in our completing sentences, we are introduced participle. Now, the same participle, look at this. How many kinds of participle in grammar? Two kinds, present participle and past participle. Present participle and past participle. Present participle means verb plus ing. For example, doing, seeing. Our past participle means the past participle form of any verb. Just verb, the word verb do, done is past participle, doing is present participle. The verb see, seeing is present participle, seen is past participle. Two kinds of participle. If you are asked to use participle, then you have to remember, you have to use two kinds of participle, whether it is present participle or past participle. Past participle means past participle form of any verb. Present participle means verb plus ing. Observing the situation, the government has imposed ban on public meeting. Look at this. Observing the situation, observing, verb plus ing. This is present participle. This is an example. Just present participle is formed with ing, verb plus ing, you know. Observing the situation, the government has imposed ban on public meeting. Observing is present participle. Next, signed by the chairman. Signed by the chairman, the check was deposited to the concerning bank. Signed, past participle, signed. Signed by the chairman, the check was deposited to the concerning bank. And in present perfect tense, we have to use past participle. If you could, in passive voice, we have to use past participle. Therefore, present participle and past participle. Now, what is participle phrase? Participle plus noun. Participle phrase means participle plus noun. Just a participle, maybe present participle or past participle, and with this participle, if there is some extension, you can say this is participle phrase, maybe present participle phrase, maybe past participle phrase. Look at this: doing the work. Doing present participle, the work noun, therefore this is participle phrase. Done the work, done past participle, and the work noun, this is participle phrase. Now the example again come in complete sentences. Observing the situation, the government has imposed ban on public meeting. Observing the situation. Observing present participle, the situation noun. Therefore, observing the situation, this is present participle phrase. Signed by the chairman, signed past participle by the chairman noun, and this is past participle phrase. This is past participle phrase. Observing the situation, present participle phrase, signed by the chairman, this is past participle phrase. Now, my dear students, just to understand the new items, these are the things that are very important. The time is running off, therefore I would like to conclude the class. Thank you very much. Pray for me, I pray for you. Stay at home, and if you face any difficulty just going through these new items, you can ask me the question in our next class. In the same time, we will meet you next day. Post করতে হবে এই day.